Students, today we will prove some more theorems which are left during the study of that chapter. A group is homomorphic to the quotient group. We have read carefully the statement of the theorem. Homomorphic means homomorphism plus onto function. Here group is written, then we will consider a group. Also a quotient group, it means a normal subgroup is required. So let G be a group and N be its normal subgroup. Then G by N is a quotient group or factor group or canonical group or Vibhag sum, you can say anything. And we define a function P from G to G by N. Since elements of G by N are cosets only, right or left. So P of Nx, P of x is equal to Nx for all x belong to G. Now it is a isomorphism to be considered two elements. P of xy equal to Nxy by definition. Product of two right coset again right coset. Its reciprocal is also correct. So n of xy can be written nx into ny. Nx means p of x or ny means p of y. So they are replaced by p of x, p of y. Hence we can say function is morphism. Now function is onto. Then we write the domain element nx. So there belongs to x belongs to G such that p of x equal to nx. So function is a morphism plus 1 on 2. Hence we can say that G by n is homomorphic image of the function P. Hence the theorem. Now next theorem, in this theorem, kernel of P is equal to n. When two sets are said to be equal, if either one set is subset of other. So first we took x belongs to kernel P. Definition of kernel of P, P of x equal to n. P of x means n of x equal to n or belongs to x belongs to n. Each is a theorem, it is from the theorems on subgroups. So x belongs to kernel P and we have shown that x belongs to n. It means kernel P is subset of capital N. It is your first part. Also now we consider its reciprocal. X belongs to n. It means by the theorem on subgroups, x belongs to n can be written nx equal to n. Ns can be written p of x or p of x equal to n. It means x belongs to kernel P. Hence x belongs to n and we have shown x belongs to kernel P. इसका मतलब है कि A belongs to kernel P by first and second. The theorem is complete. Now another theorem कि f is function from J to J dash is morphism. Then we show that kernel of the morphism will be normal subgroup in the group G. So very interesting or important question. Since f is a function from J to J dash is morphism. So let me write kernel of f be k set by us. To prove show that k is kernel of G, then we have to show that it is non-wide, it is a subgroup and having the normal property. If all three things are satisfied, then this will be normal subgroup. Since f of E is equal to f of E dash, E identity of G is mapped over the identity of G dash. So this E belongs to kernel F. So we can say kernel F is non-wide. Now we take two elements AB. Then we check AB inverse belongs to K or not. So for all AB belong A and B belong to K. Now we check f of AB dash. F is morphism, then it can be written f of A, f of B inverse. Again, f of B inverse can be written inverse of f of B. So put down value of A and B. A and B are elements of kernel. So they are mapped over identity of G dash. Hence, f of AB inverse equal to E dash into E dash inverse. So they are equal to, their multiplication is E dash. It means this element AB inverse belongs to kernel of the morphism. Hence, kernel K is subgroup of the group G. Now, normal property for all X belongs to G and H belongs to K. So we check f of X, H, X inverse. Morphism, it can be broken in three parts using inverse property. Finally, we have E dash. So X, H, X inverse belong to K. Hence the theorem correct. Thank you.